Hello everybody and welcome back to RainBro Crafts. My name is Colton and today Zac will be making for you our Razo's Tacos soap. This soap is inspired by all of the agua frescas that they make at the Vancouver Farmers Market. It's kind of what they're famous for, that and their tacos of course. When we were coming up with the idea for this Vancouver Farmers Market collection, they were one of the first on our list. And this scent was also one of the first on our list. It is mango coconut from our local supplier, Shea & Company. This has some citrus notes, coconut, it's tropical, it's fruity. There's also a little like raspberry in there as well. It's a lovely, lovely fragrance. We used to use the mango coconut milk from Candle Science, which is an amazing scent, and I'll put a video up in the corner if you haven't seen that, but that one accelerates really quickly. It also heats up your soap a lot and it turns dark brown, so it works. It's just a little bit of a pain in the butt to work with. This fragrance, on the other hand, is super tropical, super fruity. It still has those creamy notes that a good kind of like coconutty fragrance you would want, but it does not turn brown, which is lovely. It also doesn't accelerate or make your soap hot, which is amazing as well. That did leave room for Zac to do a really cool design for this soap. We wanted to take inspiration from all of the local produce, all of the colors and things like that Razo's Tacos puts into all of their food and all of their drinks. So he chose some really bright colors, kind of a little off-brand for us, but we're obsessed with this design. This is like a hot pink, hot magenta color that we got in a little care package from Candle Science. It is a collaboration with Mad Micas, if I'm not mistaken, and it is amazing. You can see how bright and vivid it is. It is even more so in person than on camera. Then Zac put in some orange mica into one of the smaller pour containers that he portioned off. This generally is a really bright orange color. I think this is like pumpkin orange mica, but it looks almost dim compared to that hot pink, hot magenta color. And then for the third color, Zac used Snake Island, if I'm not mistaken. And this is a nice kind of like bluish, teal, aqua color. It's one of my favorite green micas, but it leans a little more on the blue side than on the like yellowy side. But all of these colors together really were giving exactly what Zac was going for. So he just has those all suspended in a little bit of some of our soap oil base, and then he blitzes those up so there's no lumps or clumps, and then pours those into all of the separate soap batters that he's portioned off. He's then going to go in with a hand whisk to whisk these up just to give as much insurance as possible to have him do this micro drop swirl technique that he's been wanting to try for a little bit. So when we're blitzing this up or whisking this up by hand, we just want to make sure that everything is nice and well incorporated. We don't get any false trace or anything like that. And for a design with no uncolored soap base visible, you also want to make sure that there's no chunks of uncolored soap base because it really will mess with the design. Speaking of the design, Zac's going to go in with that super bright pink soap base. This is going to be the primary color for all of the other soap. And then he will go in with that beautiful kind of bluey green color there, like a lush rainforest, and do a lot of small passes. He'll then go in with that pumpkin orange mica and basically follow the same exact drop pattern of the green mica, so pouring directly on top. And then I'm going to speed this up because it took a little bit of time, but he's just going in and basically repeating that step until there is no soap batter left. The big pour containers that he has there, I want to say those are like 3 or 4 cups. And then our big Cambro has usually about 4.5 liters of soap batter in there. So that's kind of divided up amongst those 3 containers. And then we're getting towards the end of that Cambro there, so he's going to scrape that out because we want all of the soap into the mold. And as we're getting closer to the top and the batter's thickening up, the color is not sinking down as much, which is okay, because we're going to use that to our advantage for our top design, which is a really pretty design. Like I said in the beginning, this might be our most favorite soap design of this whole collection. It also matches the fragrance so well because this is a fun and fruity fragrance, and this is a fun and fruity design. We can be a little sloppy with this top design here. We're not going to risk kind of like going down into the other colors at this point. We will then zoom in the camera just a little bit, break out our trusty chopstick, and then we're going to start roughly in the middle of the slab here and do a gigantic spiral. So this will just pull all of those colors in a nice swirl across the whole top of the soap. And this is a really good representation of what the inside of the soap will look like as well. Very fun, very like hypnotic even. Kind of like that creepy scene from the Heffalumps and Woozles song from Winnie the Pooh. If you've ever seen that, that's kind of an old reference, but it kind of is giving that vibe. We'll then clean up the edges with the chopstick, spritz it with some rubbing alcohol, and then tuck it away for 24 hours, and then it is time to unmold and slice up. I did steam the top of this soap with our soap steamer, just like we do with all of our other soap, but you can see that color is super vibrant. I feel like the white balance is even thrown off a little bit with my camera here, but that pink color is so beautiful in person. We definitely will have to get a larger container of this for future soaps. It maybe is getting a little late in the season for like a hot pink soap, but you know we do love a pink soap. Our Pink Pony Club soap is one of our favorites, and it's one of our best sellers, so maybe this color will be the new Pink Pony Club color. Once I have broken down all of this slab into 3 loaves, I will break out Dorothy, our multi-bar cutter, and then we will finally get to see what the cross section looks like. You can kind of see on the edge a little bit of what the soap's going to look like, but this is the moment of truth, so we'll pull from the middle, and that is exactly what we were going for. I will say, once this soap has kind of cured a little bit and settled, all of the colors really got bolder, which is exactly what we were hoping for. Everything kind of settled down a little bit, but the colors kind of got amped up. So I am really, really excited for everyone to see this soap in person because I think they are going to love it. I had to change my music there because I wanted to keep the fun and fruity vibes going. But that is it. This is our Razo's Tacos Mango Coconut Soap, which is part of our August Vancouver Farmers Market collection, where we have collaborated with some of our favorite vendors from the Vancouver Farmers Market to make soaps inspired by them or soaps that use their ingredients. It was a super, super fun collection to design and develop, so be sure to grab your bars before they sell out because this is a limited quantity collection. If you want to get soaps, candles, or bath bombs, bombs sent to your house each and every month from us, and also help support the channel. We do have a subscription service. You can join all of our subscribers that are showing up on the screen now. They are truly, truly appreciated. Thank you so much to all of our subscribers. I also want to thank you for watching. Don't forget to like this video, comment down below your favorite summer fruit, also subscribe to the channel and ring that bell icon so you get notified when we release new videos. Thanks. Bye.